clearly loved the game. I always remember his interview with Scott Oak when they won the Stanley Cup, and Oak asked him about his dad, and he's like, "Oh, and you're gonna make me cry here." But like, the guy was a true success story. A highly touted prospect who made it, played 1,000 games, won a Stanley Cup, did well financially. Like, that's a career that a lot of people would kill to have. And he was always friendly to deal with. His company, which is Warroad, does a lot of the protective gear now, the cut-resistant stuff. So he will continue to be in and around the game. Just, again, like, what about that guy's career, now that it's over, is anybody going to quibble with? He won everywhere. On the ice, off the ice, great career. I got nothing else to say. Respect, TJ Oshie.
Big time respect, Elliot. Big time respect. Anyone that can be part of the fountain celebrations, as Oshie was front and center in 2018, all part of a career that who wouldn't want to get a piece of that. So congratulations to him on a heck of a run.
I got to tell you, Kyle, I will never win any other awards in my career, but if I did, I will do a fountain celebration.
Oh, okay. Mark that, Tom. We're 356 days till the next Canadian Screen Award night, so countdown is on.
Yeah, I don't think you have anything to worry about.
Okay, one other thing before we get to the final thought here, Elliot. Congratulations to the Trois-Rivières Lions, who captured the 2025 Kelly Cup Championship. 4-1 series victory over the Toledo Walleye. Their goaltender, Luke Cavallin, won the MVP of the playoffs. Elliot, 20 postseason appearances, allowed 2 goals or less in 17 of the 20 outings. He was incredible. Gave up 3 goals in the opener, the loss of the final. Toledo won 3-1. Gave up 1 goal in each of the ensuing 4 en route to a championship and an MVP.
Yeah, and he's a free agent after this season. He's on a 2-way AHL, ECHL deal. And Cavallin's performance, I heard teams have been calling. And I don't know that he's NHL ready yet. He's 24 years old. He's only played 12 AHL games since he turned pro in 2022. He played for the Flint Firebirds before that. He's played mostly in the ECHL with Newfoundland and Laval. He's played 9 games for the Marlies 2 years ago, and he played 3 games for Laval this past season. But after a run like that, pretty impressive, very successful. Congratulations to the young man from Greeley, Ontario. And I do think there are some teams looking at giving him, at the very least, an AHL shot next year, and maybe he gets a 2-way AHL, NHL deal out of this.
That brings us to the final thought, which is brought to you by GMC, Elliot. And you teased it a little bit earlier on when we were discussing the draft combine, the draft interviews the team runs with players as they make their way through the week. And inevitably every year, there are some interesting questions that surface that are asked behind those closed doors to try to put the players on the spot. They're so well trained nowadays, just to get them thinking a little bit differently and just try to throw a bit of a curveball in there, here and there. How about the Montreal one was great about being on an island and the water bottle and the bat?
Montreal, they asked some hilarious questions. Someday I'm going to ask, who's responsible for coming up with these questions?
Yeah. What does the brainstorm session look like? How do you shortlist the questions?
Like, is there someone whose job is, you are the question guy? You're the physical testing guy. You're the scout. You're the question guy. Kyle, what I would like to know is if there was any player who would have said, well, I would have taken the bat first anyway.
Well, yeah, that's right.
Because that's the kind of unique thinking that the Canadians would sit there and wonder, what is this guy thinking? Like, I would want to turn the tables on the team. Oh, that's okay. I would have taken the bat first.
Yeah, perfect.
That was a great answer by Dinwiddie. I would have taken the bat and hit a home run. I hope that if I was in that situation, I would have thought of that. But the one that really I wanted to ask you guys was, so Ottawa impromptu said, tell us a joke. So here's my question to both you and Dom. If you were put on the spot like that, could you do it?
Yeah, you want me to go first?
I'll go first because I threw out the question.
Okay, all right.
So I would say that up to a couple weeks ago, I might have been caught flat-footed because you have to think for a second, are you going to be telling a joke that in any way offends anybody, right? So I could see, especially in this day and age, a lot of people stopping in their tracks. But I went out to dinner with some buddies the other day, and a couple of them are single again. And this one came up that I think is a fantastic joke. Okay?
Okay.
A 60-year-old millionaire got married to a 20-year-old model. When his friends asked him how he did it, he said, I lied about my age. So they said to him, oh, so you told her you were 40. He answered, no, I said I was 90.
Oh, God, that's good. Oh, I mean, horrible, but good. I like that one.
Come on, that's funny.
That is good. Well done.
All right, what do you got? Could you do it?
Yeah, it would take me a minute because I would be thrown from the question to begin with. But, you know, there's always those moments in your life that you don't think were much at the time, and then stuff just sticks with you years later. I remember in elementary school, one time we had a substitute teacher fill in for the day, and clearly, I mean, the poor man's just in, you know, past the time mode, right? Like, how can we get the clock to the bell, right? Because I think it was kind of a last-minute deal. And he told this joke, and it was, I mean, it's fairly quick and to the point, but he said, you know, an old man is driving home from an appointment, and his wife calls him on the way home and says, you better be careful driving on your way home. I just turned on the news, and there's a nutcase driving the wrong way on the highway. And the man says, honey, there's not just one, there's hundreds.
That's good, Kyle. That's really good.
And all these years later, it's still, still there in the mind. All right, Dom, what do you got?
Those are good, guys. Those are really good. Anytime
By the way, could you have done it, first of all?
Yeah, absolutely. Whenever someone asks me for a joke, I always have this one on hand because I don't know why. I heard it one time and it's always stuck with me. But there's a man drowning in a lake, and